Hello and welcome guys in my YouTube channel NJ Classes. Today we are going to discuss about common chemistry laboratory apparatus. The first one is the test tubes. These are the test tubes designed to hold the liquid and chemicals. They have no marks, but they are transparent and make it easy to view what you poured into the each one. Transparent liquids and sometimes even measure the chemicals. And this is the test tube rack. Test tube rack, as the name suggests, it is used to put a test tube when they are not in use. This particular test tube has the capacity of 12 test tubes. Then next is the test tube holder. Similarly, name suggests the test tube holder means it used to hold the test tube when we are doing the reaction in the test tubes. The next is the beaker. Beaker when you need to measure the liquid to perform an experiment or chemical reaction. You can use special containers called the beakers. They are wider and bigger than the regular test tubes, and they have a flat bottom used to hold mix and heat liquids. The next is the conical flask. Conical flask has a similar function as the beaker. The only difference is their neck is um, very thinner. You can say that there's a very thinner neck of the conical flask. Then next is the boiling tube. Boiling tube is similar to the test tubes, but it has the wider. It is more wider than the test tube. Then next is the volumetric flask. These volumetric flasks are used to for the. It is also used for the dilution purpose also, as there is a mark on it in the volumetric flask. The next is the funnel. Funnel is used to separate the mixtures. We put the filter paper onto the funnel and we separate the mixture. And next is the dropper. Dropper is used to take a liquid or the any compound or any chemical in a very less amount. Dropper is generally used when we do not need to measure the amount of how much amount we have to put in it. Only we measure how many drop we have to put. Then we use the dropper. The next is the graduated pipette. It is little bit different from the dropper, as in the dropper we um, measure the amount in the drops, but here in the graduated pipette we have the readings. We measure the amount of liquid or chemical uh, in the readings. There are the different types of there are the three types of pipettes with respect to the volume, the 10 ml, 25 ml, and the 50 ml pipettes. And this is the 10 ml pipette. And next is the tong. Tong is used to lift any vessel. It can be the china dish or beaker or conical flask, anything. And next is the china dish. The china dish is used to heat the solution or to cool the solution. Generally, it is used for the forming the sodium extract. We use it used it for the formation of the sodium extract. And next is the petri dish. Petri dish is generally used to take a liquid solvents. We have used the petri dish when we are performing the paper chromatography. We take solvents in this petri dish, and these solvents basically creates the or develop the chromatograph. The next is the watch glass. Watch glass. In the watch glass, we put the powder or the compound we get from the teacher, or when we form a new compound, then we put the compound in the watch glass and then transfer in the weighing machine and we measure it. All that. The next is the glass tube. So glass tube is the very common in the chemistry lab we use. The next is the glass or the stirring rod. The name suggests as stirring. That means it is used in the stirring the mixtures. When we mix the two chemicals, then we use the stirring rod so that we continuously stir as we are mixing. The next is the separating funnel. Separating funnel is, as a name also suggests, separating. That means when we have the two immiscible liquids, then we use the separating funnel. There is a layer form in this separating funnel. The lower layer separate out when we open the nozzle, and the upper layer or upper solution remains in this funnel. And those two liquids separates out. And next is the stand. Stand is commonly used for the titration, very famous, but it is also used in the many more purposes. Next is the tripod stand. This tripod stand is used for the heating purpose. It provides the support for the any vessel. It can be beaker or the conical flask, anything. The next is the Bunsen burner. We put the Bunsen burner below the stand so that we heat the solution. The next is the wire gauze. Wire gauze is generally used for the for putting it upon the tripod stand, as if the fire or the flame directly contact with the beaker, then it can burn or it can blast the beaker. It can crack the beaker because it is of the glass. So that the flame don't directly contact to the beaker, we use wire gauge. The next is the weighing machine. Weighing machine is used for the weighing, as the name suggests. The next is the weighing bottle. We take a compound in this weighing bottle and then measure it by weighing machine. The next is the graduating cylinder. Graduated cylinder, as the graduated means the measurement. They have the measurement the cylinder has, and when we want to measure the liquid, then we use the graduated cylinder. The next is the capillary tube. Capillary tube, when we want to take a liquid or the solid compound in a very minute particles or minute amount, then we use this capillary tube. We tie the capillary tube with the thermometer, and we measure melting or boiling points like this. The next is the mortar and pestle. Mortar and pestle are used to crush the compound. When we have the collection of the powdered compound, then we crush it, and then all the particles separates out, and we easily do our reactions. The next is the desiccator. Desiccator is used to the mainly purpose of the desiccator is used for chromatography purpose. Paper chromatography. In the paper chromatography, it is widely used. We take a petri dish and put it upon this desiccator. Open the desiccator. This is the cap it has. We open that and then put the petri dish there, and above the petri dish we put the paper, and the chromatography experiment have done. The next is the condenser. Uh, Condenser is used when we are doing the distillation process. In the distillation process, it is very useful. It is one of the component of the distillation apparatus. The next is the burette. Burette is used for the titrations. As you know, the main component is the burette. For the titration is the burette. The next is the brush. Brush is used for washing the test tube, as when we wash the test tube with the water, and when we need a test tube with no water, so we wash it with the help of this brush. The next is the thermometer. Thermometer, as you all know, thermometer used to measure the temperature, the different purpose. So we use it in the chemistry lab also for the temperature measurement. So that's all. That's it. Thank you for listening me. And if you like the video, then like it and subscribe it. Okay then. Bye. See you.